This football team, and he's been to a bowl game every single season. These two teams have a considerable history in this game, perhaps the most notorious in 1979. Here is the City Rose Bowl flashback. John Robinson was the head coach of the Trojans, Boschembeckler, Michigan, 25 years ago. Charles White flying toward the Michigan goal line. Michigan's Ron Simpkins knocks the ball loose short of the goal line, 2 yards short. Called a touchdown, however, by 2 of the 3 officials involved. Southern California 14-3 lead, won the game 17-10, and that phantom touchdown haunts the Wolverines to this very day. And here are the Trojans. Southern California Trojans, the Pac-10 champions. They have won 8 in a row after losing in triple overtime to California. And so we're ready for this ball game, and we'll be back with some football for you from the Rose Bowl right after this timeout.
Who's going to invent the...
And they kick it, and they kick it right at him, and they drive him all the way back into the end zone, 4 yards. Little Jerry Lesueur comes out and says, don't do it, stay there. So the ball comes out to the 20-yard line where it'll be first down. Michigan quarterback is John Navarre. Got rid of a lot of demons this season after being picked on and at for 4 years. He beat Ohio State, won an outright Big Ten title, has learned to ignore aggravating people and things, reads only the funny papers, and has become quite a fellow, I think. And his coach praises him to the highest. So here we are. The big man, 6'6", brings his team in. He'll go under center, and the center is big old Dave Pearson. So the first snap of the Rose Bowl game for 2004. They'll run it with All-American Chris Perry going to the outside and finding some daylight. He picks up the better part of 11 yards before Darnell Bing can bring him down. The starting lineup for the Michigan Wolverines backs and receivers. Chris Perry, who just carried the ball, worth the price of the ticket. A lightning fast core of receivers. Edwards is your leaper. He's the go-to guy. The offensive front. To me, this is the key group for the Wolverines. If they get a draw against the SC defensive front, look out. A first down at the 31-yard line for the Wolverines. They've got 4 wide receivers. And they send Braylon Edwards in motion and tighten up the formation, go the other way with it and throw it to Steve Breston. He is quick, and he's brought down at near the 40-yard line for a pickup of about 9 yards. Southern California's defensive front, very athletic, strong and fast. Former starter at defensive end, Omar Nazel, will play today. Linebacker Sart Tatupu, sophomore. Simmons, a senior, very good. Grudegood will play. And the secondary, if you're daring enough, you can do some business here. There is depth and wisdom. Will Poole figures to get to know Braylon Edwards quite well before this day is done.
Trojan secondary has given up over 276 yards a game to the opposing offense.
Double wide at the top of the picture, and Navarre looks that way and goes that way, and it is dropped by Braylon Edwards. You can't throw it any better. Navarre put it right on his hands, and he dropped it. He had a step on Will Poole.
Yeah, that ball was perfectly thrown by John Navarre to Braylon Edwards. This is a matchup we'll see most of the afternoon. 28 is Will Poole, and he can't handle the speed off the line of scrimmage of Edwards. That ball is a flat drop, a touchdown for sure for Michigan, one to be remembered.
3rd down and 1. They went for the bundle because they had a short circumstance for 3rd down. They go to Perry, and Chris Perry, nice over the right side, gets in between big old Dave Pearson and Matt Lentz, and he's got a first down.
Now, we've already seen the strength of Chris Perry on the first play. He's got a real knack for making the right cut at the right time, got good speed to the outside, and that because he's a classic I formation tailback, he's got the patience and confidence in his own abilities to wait for the crack to open, as he did on that play to pick up the first down.
Ball is just short of the 45-yard line. First down for the Wolverines. Jason Avant is the man way down at the bottom, along with Calvin Bell. Calvin Bell moving around now, number 27. He's from Simi Valley, California. And for a loss at the 41-yard line, Jason Leach finds a crack and comes through to deck Chris Perry.
Now that's a big part of Pete Carroll's defense for SC, is the athlete, the speed that they have, and with Jason Leach as the safety here. Watch him sneaking up from the side here, totally unblocked to get in on Perry. It's a delay running play, almost a lead draw, and there was nobody to take number 27 of SC.
So it is 2nd down and 14 as the ball comes back inside the 41-yard line on the Michigan side of the field. First possession of the ball game. And Navarre goes to the sidelines, caught by Braylon Edwards, and Braylon is short of the midfield stripe by a yard or so, make it 2 yards, brought down by Will Poole.
And again, we will see this matchup 90% of the time today. Will Poole is the shutdown corner for the Trojans, and Braylon Edwards is obviously the leading receiver for Michigan. Edwards still has got to be thinking and kicking himself for dropping that beautiful long bomb from John Navarre.
Carl Tabb has gone to the top of the picture up there. He's from Ann Arbor, Michigan. Got great speed, so he's a wide out with Preston going that direction to join him. Now you've got double trouble. Navarre looks at him. Now he throws, and he goes to Preston. Preston's got a first down as he goes to the Southern California 40-yard line. Jason Leach the tackle.
Preston will come in motion and fake coming across on a shallow cross, and then the quickness to pivot out of his break. Navarre is on the money so far today. That was a great pass because Preston did not have to slow down, did not have to lose any momentum, and they pick up the first down.
You've got Edwards and Devant down at the bottom. Again, that's a double trouble. They're both very fast and very good. And Navarre looks left, drops the ball, covers it back at the 49-yard line. Marcel Almond came in, got just a little touch on it, just enough, as he was starting to cock it, and he dropped it.
Yeah, we've seen so far SC's 2 best plays on defense have come from the defensive backfield. Here is Marcel Almond on the corner blitz as he gets by and just kicked the ball out of John Navarre's hands. Heads up by Navarre to fall on that ball. But so far, SC has not been able to handle the Michigan offense with their standard defense, so they've had to use pressure from a corner and a safety.
It is 2nd down and 19 now after a loss of 9 yards on that kick out by Almond. Little dump off. Almost intercepted by Dallas Sartz. And I mean, if Dallas gets it, he's gone.
And John Navarre knows it. That was a screen pass that was read by Dallas Sartz. The only thing Sartz didn't do is catch this ball. Number 42, right at the line of scrimmage. He's got Perry in man-to-man coverage. He steps up, and at the very last instant, David Boss pushes Dallas Sartz, and that causes Sartz to drop that interception.
Trojans have done very well in the turnover department this season. They're looking now at 3rd down and 19, Michigan is, at the 49-yard line. That's Edwards moving. And Navarre drops. No heat. Passes away to the sidelines for Preston, and he got it. But he's short of a first down. Ball is out of bounds at the 34-yard line. Had to go to the 30 to get it. It was Ronald Nunn on the tackle for USC.
Again, John Navarre is just hot as you could possibly be, except for having that ball kicked out of his hands and almost throwing an interception to Dallas Sartz. He's putting the ball where his receivers can catch that ball and bringing up a 4th down here. And it looks like Michigan's going to go for it. Lloyd Carr likes this field position. Too far for a field goal try for Garrett Rivas.
Ball is on the 34 exactly, and it's 4th down and 4. Preston and Devant, the pair. Edwards coming back toward the ball. Navarre looks at Edwards, throws to the sideline. Ball caught by Tyler Ecker for a first down. It was Tyler Ecker, the tight end, that made the big play in the Ohio State game for Michigan that got the Wolverines home easy.
And that was a 30-yarder, only his 4th catch of the year against Ohio State. But Navarre reading the coverage here. Look at Will Poole is short on Braylon Edwards right there. But the big tight end, Tyler Eckert, 6'6", 250, with an easy reception.
And it's a first down just inside the 24-yard line on the U.S. side of the field. Wolverines are moving the ball. Going to run it with Perry. And Chris will get down close to the 20. Call it the 21.
You talk about confidence. Lloyd Carr and Terry Malone, offensive coordinator for Michigan, on that 4th and 4 to go for it, realizing that a punt probably would have gone down into the end zone, brought out to the 20, so you only would have netted 14 yards. Too far for a field goal for Rivas, who has a long of only 47. So confidence in his offense to execute for Carr.
It'll be 2nd down and 7. Backfield is empty. Navarre back, pressure coming. It got in. It was Will Poole on a corner blitz. They moved the wide out to the other side of the field to give him trips, and that left the door wide open for Will Poole.
Michigan had 2 tight ends lined up to this side of the field too. Here's Minery, here's Massaquoi, and here is Will Poole. And Will Poole with a real burst here, as there's a bust in the blocking assignment. Sarge came on the blitz as well. Michigan has only allowed 15 sacks coming into today, 2 already on this first drive.
It was Minery who covered the ball, and in the judgment apparently of the Big 12 officials, that ball was loose, and Minery covered it and saved it, and it's 3rd down and 17. Deep in the corner, incomplete, intended for Braylon Edwards and covered by Poole.
Boy, and that's what pressure will do to a quarterback. John Navarre threw that ball so soon that Braylon Edwards had no chance at all to adjust to it and try to make a catch.
Our referee is Steve Juszczyk. Richard Brown, the umpire. Fred Hutchinson, head linesman. David Oliver, line judge. Jim Hatfield, side judge. Phil Laurie, brother of John, the field judge. And John Robinson, back judge with Hal Dowden. Here we're going to get a field goal try. Big time. Garrett Rivas. This one is 47 yards. That's his career long. He had one of those at Iowa. And it's blocked. And Michigan downs it. Sean Cody, number 84, blocked it.
SC has blocked 6 kicks so far this season. Here is number 7, Sean Cody, number 84, with the big right hand, stuffs the Michigan scoring threat.
First, I emptied the checking account, and then I hit them all. And there in the window was this sexy little outfit, and oh my gosh, I just had to have it. $1,500 for a leather bustier? I didn't care. It lifts and separates. Plus, it's not like I'm actually paying for it.
Introducing City Identity Theft Solutions, free with any Citi card. Help getting your life back? That's using your card wisely.
Here in their natural habitat, a young male demonstrates his suitability as a provider by offering the female a substantial prize. Ah, he's impressed her.
Wrap your paws around Taco Bell's new 99-cent cheesy bean and rice burrito. It's a full half-pound and loaded with 3 cheeses, fiesta sauce, and a cheesy, zesty kick. Now 99 cents is tasty and filling when you think outside the bun.
The new Ford F-150 has the strongest, toughest frame, the highest payload capacity, the most towing strength, and the quietest interior. So what do you give the truck that has everything? The 2004 Motor Trend Truck of the Year Award. Only this truck earned the right to be the next F-150. If you haven't looked at Ford lately, look again.
ESPN, please pick me, Kevin. I am your man. Oh, yeah, yeah.
So the Michigan Wolverines are turned away, and Southern California will get its first possession starting at their own 46-yard line. That ain't a bad place to start from. No score in the ball game. First possession for the Trojans coming up here. Single back. Leinert's pass outside. Ball completed to Brendan Hancock out of the backfield, the fullback for a first down. The quarterback, Matt Leinart, left-hander, named Pac-10 Offensive Player of the Year. Only the second sophomore ever to be accorded that honor. The other one was John Elway. Enough said. Ball is on the Michigan 40-yard line.
Good start for Leinart to complete his first pass, but that's nothing new for him. His first pass this year of his college career went for a touchdown against Auburn.
Got 4 wideouts in the ball game for the Trojans here. There comes Big Mike Williams across the snap of the ball. He goes the other way with it. Very quick pop to Kerry Colbert. And Colbert, the senior, canters past the marker for a first down on the 30. The starting lineup for the Trojans, back and receivers. The world knows about Mike Williams, but never look past the man you just saw there, Kerry Colbert, and they are 3 deep at tailback. The offensive front, steady, dependable group, protect the quarterback very well. Nobody does the student body right these days, but they probably could with a week's work at it. Reggie Bush is in the lineup now, and he is outside as a wideout. He is a tailback or a wideout. He can do a lot of things, but most importantly, if you give him a little daylight, you look at his hip pocket for a while because he has blazing speed. That's a short game. The Michigan defense front. This is an attacking defensive group. Not so big. They play hard. They make you earn your real estate. The linebackers, again, not so explosive, but steady. Reed, Wood, Diggs, 1, 2, 3 in team tackles. The secondary, the next 4 in team tackles. The starting defensive backs all have more than 30 tackles on the season. Lindale White had come into the ball game, but now they've emptied the backfield, and that gives them 4 wideouts with White coming to the bottom of the picture. Leinart gets some heat, goes down into the corner, and it's touchdown. Kerry Colbert. He beat Marcus Curry.
Perfect start for Matt Leinart, and what he saw, he liked. Marcus Curry, number 30, in bump and run press coverage, getting the ball off before Marlon Jackson can get to him, and look at this throw. Not much room for error, perfectly in the hands of Kerry Colbert.
And the kick by Colleen is good. At 8 minutes and 8 seconds to go in the first quarter at the Rose Bowl. Southern California 7, Michigan nothing.
Leon!
Hey, what's up?
Need some quick offense. You're going in.
Ooh, I don't know about that, Coach. I think I can do more for this team right here on the sideline.
What?
Yeah, man, this game's a lost cause.
Lost cause.
So check it. I got this great seat over here on the bench, and I figure I can sit on down, let the camera focus in on me. See the pain and anguish all over my face. Watching a great athlete suffer is very powerful, emotional stuff.
Go sit down, Leon.
Won't let you down, Coach. Hey, yo, Money, what lens you got on me?
With its new available Power Stroke diesel and 5-speed automatic torque shift transmission, the Ford F-Series Super Duty pulls faster and easier than any other diesel pickup. Ford F-Series. If you haven't looked at Ford lately, look again.
噶咯，冇理由噶咯，害死我哋！馬上坐喂，唔應該咁做，真係冇理由，真係冇理由，真係冇理由嘅！快啲啊！快啲啊！check我！喂，點解應承我哋下得包個星期3到啊？你係咪傻㗎？
有下你見我。
好順勢我啦嘛，聽日星期3我哋點辦啊
FedEx。
好啦，好。
FedEx Express, all you need to know when shipping to Asia.
The Rose Bowl game presented by Citi. This ABC Sports exclusive presentation brought to you by Budweiser. Grab a cold, fresh Budweiser. It's game time. Citi Identity Theft Solutions. Free help getting your life back. That's using your card wisely. The next Ford F-150, built Ford tough. And FedEx, proud sponsor of the Bowl Championship Series.
A 25-yard pass Gary Colbert puts USC on the scoreboard 7-0. 8:08 to go in the first quarter at the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, California. You just joined us. Been pretty exciting, even though we only have 7 points. The Wolverines moved the ball around too. That was Matt Leinart's 36th touchdown pass of this season. And Colleen's kick carries way to the back of the end zone. There will be no return by Steve Breaston out at the 21st down.
Let's go back to the very first drive of the game. A couple of missed opportunities. Braylon Edwards dropped this potential 59-yard touchdown pass, and then Dallas Sartz would have gone in from about 60 yards away. Good penetration by Sean Cody to block that Garrett Rivas 47-yard field goal. But SC certainly didn't lose or miss any opportunities on their first offensive possession. Perfect start for Matt Leinart, as Michigan just allowed their 6th touchdown pass of the season on that Gary Colbert score.
John Navarre brings him up at the 21st down. Chris Perry's the deep back. He's got the ball, and he's trying to get around the corner. Does. And comes across the 30 out to the 32. He's a tough guy. Boy, he can really pound on you. He broke the tackle of Lofa Tutupu.
Yeah, he really has the entire package. Didn't look like he had the speed to get to the corner, but watch the stiff arm right there on Tutupu. That gave him the momentum and with the speed to get down the sidelines and pick up a very important first down on first down.
Very few running backs come off a plant stronger than he does.
Especially that right leg.
Yep. They got Dudley in there at fullback for blocking on this particular series as well. Perry gets the ball again. Not a whole lot there. Just about the line of scrimmage before he's brought down by Marcel Alman. After the game, we invite you to join us for the Built Ford Tough postgame report, and then the ACC champion Florida State Seminoles will meet the Miami Hurricanes in the Orange Bowl as the BCS or the Bowl Championship Series continues next here on ABC Sports. It'll be 2nd down, say 9. The ball is up around the 33-yard line, playing on real grass here at the Rose Bowl. Ryan Thompson checks into the lineup now for Michigan. Perry remains deep, and Braylon Edwards is the wideout in motion. And they're looking for him. Instead, go to 35. That's Brian Thompson out of the backfield. The fullback makes the catch all right, but he's still 3 yards or maybe 4 short of the first down.
John Navarre, that's 6 out of 9 passing so far. Why? Well, because SC is so good on defense at stuffing the rushing attack. Only one 100-yard rusher this year, and that was Adam Chinobi Echimandu of Cal. Of course, that was the 34-31 triple overtime win for Jeff Tedford's team in Berkeley.
Well done. Echimandu.
Happy New Year. Thank you.
Been practicing.
Yeah, but don't ask me to say it again. You get one shot.
3rd down and 4. Perry, a little bit of a stumble as he's kind of juked and wanted to move right, came back left and stumbled a bit. And Omar Nazel was there for the tackle. Omar had a thumb injury, had surgery. He's out there playing with a soft cast today, and the Wolverines now on 4th and 2 will punt it away.
And SC will keep their defense on the field in this instance and bring Greg Carlson back, the sure-handed punt returner, inside the 20.
Adam Finley out of Greenwood, Indiana, the punter for the Wolverines, averaging just under 40 yards per punt. Snap is good. The kick's away, and there's some air under it. And Carlson, Greg waited a long time to call the fair catch, but he went ahead and did it at the 16, and that's where the Trojans will have it, leading 7-0, 5:37 to go in the first quarter.
A truck like this isn't built in a factory. It's built in the farms and fields, concrete streets and construction sites that map the landscape of an entire country. Because when Ford builds the new F-150, there are promises to keep. And only one truck earned the right to be the next F-150. If you haven't looked at Ford lately, look again.
This chair doesn't look frightening. It's just oak, glue, and nails. But if you ever find yourself in it, it can be the scariest place on the planet. It's the defendant's chair. And Allstate knows how intimidating it can feel. If you're an Allstate customer and you're sued over an accident, they'll send a lawyer to defend you. You should never be alone. That's Allstate stand. Are you in good hands?
Somewhere, there's a man accessing sensitive information by way of a fingerprint, while a woman keeps track of millions of dollars in inventory, safeguarding it from the warehouse to your house. And a dad checks on his business from his son's baseball game. What do all these people have in common? They rely on America's #1 security company, ADT. Always there.
This is the Rose Bowl game presented by Citi.
Having a nap. We go now to this possession, the second possession for Southern California. They scored off their first one, and we're now in the bottom third of the first quarter of play. Temperature in the low 60s today, and it's dry.
Trojans took great advantage of great field position. This time they're backed up all the way to the 16.
Reggie Bush is the tailback, or the single back if you wish. And Leinart gives it to him. Watch me go outside. Oh, that good tackle. That is a good tackle by Jeremy LeSueur. Because if he gets a half a step past LeSueur and turns that corner, he might have burned some grass.
Mike Williams wasn't even in on that last play, and he's the most intimidating receiver in college football. If you try to press him, he'll embarrass you with his size and power. Against the zone coverage, he can literally run through an entire defensive secondary on his way to the end zone. But what makes this man so special is he can make that impossible catch look incredibly easy.
Well, he's on this side of the field now, standing back at the 10-yard line. So you can see what happens as Leinart rolls and looks for somebody on this side. Williams the block, Carey the catch. I fumbled the ball as he goes down on the 20, and the line judge says he's down.
They're going to get SC, though, for an illegal pick on this play, Keith. So Michigan, thinking they had the fumble recovery, will have SC backing up.
But you saw one side of Williams there as he came over, and pretty crunching block. But it's offside called against Michigan. They missed the pick.
Yeah, they certainly did. Jason Mitchell with an illegal block, but obviously Michigan lining up in the neutral zone.
Offside on a defense. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
So that helps the Trojans a bit.
Yeah, after the play fake, there you can see the block as the ball is in the air. And is that a fumble? Apparently not. The ground cannot cause the fumble. Great hit, though, here to send Colbert on a somersault.
Marcus Curry turned him upside down. Put the ball at the 18-yard line, where it is now 2nd down and 8 for USC. Leinart gives the ball away to the tailback, Lindale White. White is the bigger of the tailbacks. You've got White at 225, Bush 190, and Herschel Dennis, the sophomore, at 190. Bush and White are both true freshmen.
And that's a rare carry for SC between the tackles. Lately, they've been able to just use the speed of Bush and Dennis in their running attack to get to the edge. But with the power of White, Michigan's got to look out for that.
Hancock, the fullback, comes way wide now as one of the wideouts, and Colbert is back there in the backfield. And it is 3rd down and 3. Leinart looking for Bush. Throws. Got him. He's open. He loses the football. It's wandering around, and then he gets it back, and he's finally wrestled down. And I thought for a minute that ball was going to come out as they spun him around. But he is hard to handle. 41-yard line, 1st down, Southern California.
And he comes out of the backfield where he's isolated on a safety, and in fact nobody really took him as he split the seam. And when he gets his hands on that football, that's that lightning in a bottle you're talking about. Here he is, number 5 on a wheel route. Gets away from Marlon Jackson, who's going to be assigned to him for the better part of the day.
That's good for 36 yards and first down from the 41. Leinart is sacked. Sacked back at the 47-yard line by Pierre Woods, a junior out of Cleveland, Ohio.
That doesn't happen to Matt Leinart very often, only 15 times now this season. But Pierre Woods with a big play for Michigan's defense.
They'll put it down finally on the 48-yard line, so it'll be second down and 19.
But Pierre Woods will come from a linebacker spot. He will also drop down as a defensive end to get his speed on the field that he showed right there.
So 21, second down and 21. Marcamento tells me. Larry Stevens coming into the ball game, and a defensive change for Michigan with Lamar Woodley coming out. Larry Stevens, a senior, plays at that outside defensive end position out of Tacoma, Washington area. Lord Carr finds his way to the West Coast quite often. We'll have a look at next year's quarterback at Michigan, Matt Gutierrez. And Leinart stands, throws. William bobbles, holds, and makes the catch. And he moves the ball down inside the 43-yard line.
Such a physically imposing wide receiver, 6'5", 230 pounds, and on the slant route, even with inside coverage by Marcus Curry, Williams gets in easily and then plays catch with himself.
Here now. Leinart 6 out of 6, 99 yards and a touchdown. Not a bad beginning. A minute and 50 to go in the first quarter. Matt rolling right, left-hander getting a little heat, steps away from it, throws in the middle, pass good to Williams, penalty flag down. Play goes down to about the 30-yard line, which would be good for a first down, but the flag was thrown on the far side of the field.
Trying to break some tendencies. SC rolling Matt Leinart, a left-hander, out to the right side, something that he does not do very often.
Well, illegal procedure by the Trojans. Somebody moving.
Matt Leinart saying
illegal
it's all right.
Formation on the offense. 5-yard penalty from previous spot. Still third down.
And when you're a hot quarterback, 6 out of 6, like Matt Leinart is, a lot of things are all right. He's feeling good about his game right now.
The ball comes well back from the 30-yard line where it was had there been no penalty to the Michigan 47. Their SC possesses it with Steve Smith into the ball game now at a wideout position. He's number 2. Herschel Dennis is the tailback. Shazer drops in the middle of the field for Michigan's secondary. Leinart looking around, pumps, throws, ball is dropped. Thrown low to Herschel Dennis, the tailback, and that's Leinart's first miss of the day.
Yeah, 2 big plays on that series for each team. The pass play to Reggie Bush, and then the sack by Pierre Woods.
Tom Malone comes in now on 4th down, and he averaged better than 49 yards punting. And he's going to be kicking it in the direction of Steve Preston, who's one of the best in the country at returning punts. The key against Preston, of course, put some air under the ball. Kick it as high as you can.
And he's standing at the 10. Anything over his head, he will let go into the end zone.
Malone would lead the nation, but he didn't have enough punts to qualify. And boy, he got some air under that one. And he kicks it all the way into the end zone, and there'll be no return. So it'll be Michigan getting the ball back at the 20-yard line, first down. A minute and 6 to go in the first quarter.
A missing gnome. Who would do such a thing? When one of these little fellows disappeared, this quiet town was rocked. Have you ever seen anything like this in your neighborhood before?
Never, never, never. Never.
Never, never?
Never.
Meanwhile, there were telling clues.
Okay, please step back.
Local law enforcement had this to share.
Oh, we have scoured the entire perimeter.
And then, a break in the case.
I received a letter from the people who took him. He's on some sort of ski trip, booked through Travelocity.
Travelocity?
I've never been skiing.
And there you have it. A bald spot in the grass, and a website used by some gnome nappers to take a little gnome, a Roman. I'm Jenny Fieldman, reporting live from Durham.
New celebrities, new challenges, new mole.
I don't trust nobody.
Celebrity Mole Yucatan. The hit show returns 10/9 Central, ABC Wednesday.
Call now and you can own a copy of the official Rose Bowl game program from today's game. It's the same one sold at the game, and it makes a terrific souvenir. The Sugar Bowl game program is also available. Call 1-800-769-8843 now.
There's Bo Schembechler, 10 times he came here. His first time was a terrible thing. He had a heart attack. He didn't believe he had a heart attack, and then finally Doc O'Connor said, "You ain't going anywhere. Go to bed. You're going to the hospital." And he wouldn't let him coach, and Jim Young took over the team, and they lost. But, boy, I'll tell you what, things happen when Bo comes to town. He has been a star around here for the last week, and we've been sick a couple of days, too, with the flu. Lloyd Carr was on that staff, Schembechler's staff, for 15 years. So here comes Michigan for the third straight time from their own 20-yard line, trailing 7-0. DeVar's pass is thrown quickly, and he finds the crease with Edwards, and Edwards fights his way for 8 yards. And we're ticking along toward the end of the first quarter of play. Will Poole made that tackle on Edwards, and he remains trying to get inside Edwards' shirt.
Big part of the Michigan offense is passes to Chris Perry. He caught 42 on the season. A lot of screen passes. We've seen one attempted so far today that was almost intercepted.
This second down play is very close to 3 yards. And the ball is handed away to Perry, and Chris is twisted down short of the line of scrimmage. He's going to lose a yard as Kenichi Udeze brings him down. Udeze has had a bad shoulder, and he's had to pace himself, but in the last week of preparation was able to get to a level he thought was sufficient. And when he is sufficient, I mean he is something.
Well, it's because of his quickness, as he just tosses aside Tony Pape and gets in. That's the quickness. Also, number 90 there, Frosty Rucker from the other defensive end spot was there for Perry.
Third down and 4 now. They stop it. The quarter's over. So we ran out of time just before the snap of the ball. So after 1 here in Pasadena at the Rose Bowl presented by Citi, it's 7-0 USC. No place like it. Go to the second quarter with Southern California leading Michigan by a score of 7-0. And the ball rests on the 27-yard line, where it's owned by the Wolverines. Tom Brady, who came out of Sierra High School up in San Mateo, went to Michigan to play his football, and now quarterbacks the New England Patriots. And there he is. They finally let him in. They weren't going to let him in for a while today. And he'd been kind of puny.
He doesn't need no stinking badge.
He had a hell of a time getting in, I know that. He didn't get to do the mile-and-a-half walk like we did, though. Navarre's pass is batted down.
That's another defensive back putting pressure on John Navarre. Will Poole coming from way outside. Navarre holding the ball too long on that 3rd and short. And watch number 28. Look at this. This is a 40-yard dash for Poole. But Navarre does not make the mistake of throwing the ball into coverage. Big play again for a defensive back for SC.
And Adam Finley is in, standing at his 5-yard line. Will hit it somewhere around the 10. And it's Reggie Bush waiting for it. Little heat on him, but he got it out. It's a good kick. Turns over for him. Bush at the 35. One man misses him. And the trailer gets him just about the 40-yard line. Carl Tabb making the tackle. Now Todd Harris.
All right, thank you, Keith. Tom Brady living a conundrum from Southern California, went to Michigan. First of all, assess the 2 quarterbacks so far. What do you see?
Well, the USC kid, he's getting the ball to the open guy. I think we got to make him earn some of those. I hate watching those guys throw easy completions, but John's doing a good job. We just got to use that aggressiveness, that toughness we have to try to get some points on the board.
What do you think about the speed of USC? I know that was one of the concerns of Michigan coaches.
Yeah, they got some big guys, man. That number 1, I mean, he looks like he's about 25 years old, but they look good. They look good. It's going to be a battle. It's going to go down to the fourth quarter.
Thanks. You wouldn't mind throwing to him, would you, in a couple years?
No, he looks pretty good to me.
Thanks a lot, Tom.
Thanks a lot.
All on the carry by Herschel Dennis. Will be worth a couple of yards up to about the 43. I make it to 42.
Tom Brady getting the weekend off with a bye for New England. Boy, don't they look good going into the NFL playoffs. And we've got all these bowl games on ABC, plus the wild card game this weekend and NBA basketball. My goodness, Keith. ABC, huh?
I'm going to bed. Turn on the set and turn it up. There you go. Leinart pumps it, going deep. Kerry Colbert got it. Marcus Curry couldn't keep pace with him.
Matt Leinart continues with the hot hand. He gets good pass protection here. Watch the pump fake there to make sure there's no safety in the middle of the field. But Marcus Curry never looks back for where this ball is. There's nobody in the middle of the field, so Leinart can just air it out. And Curry desperately diving at the feet of Colbert. What a catch with a guy hanging all over your feet.
37 yards. Colbert now 3 catches, 71 yards, and he caught the touchdown pass for the Trojans. Down the middle, Colbert, touchdown. No, it comes out, does it?
What a big hit there to knock it out.
I thought he'd hit the ground before the ball came out, but he did get a lick.
Oh, yeah, I thought the ball might have crossed the plane into his possession, but when he hit the ground, he did not have possession of the ball.
He got it there.
Marlon Jackson and Ernest Shazer, the big hitting safeties for Michigan, forced this ball to come out.
That was close.
Yeah, it was real close.
Ball is at the 21, second down and 10.
Yes, he's already had their phantom touchdown, though, haven't they?
Yeah, they burned that in 79. Rick Leach has still got that poster. Ball's inside, down to about the 20-yard line.
Marlon Jackson, a former cornerback who really would like to play corner, but is playing safety for Michigan because that gives Marcus Curry a chance to get on the field along with Jeremy LeSueur. But when LeSueur leaves and graduates this year, Jackson will move back to corner. But he specializes in the big hit, as we just saw.
Third down, short 9. Leinart, pressure from the backside. Now he turns away from it, throws the ball low, too low, and it's incomplete. Lindale White, the tailback, was over there and had some room. If he could get the ball to White, he might have made something out of it. But Pierre Woods wasn't buying it. Boy, he ate him up.
Yeah, Pierre Woods probably said, here I come from the blind side. Remember, Pierre got the sack on the last possession for SC. That pressure that time will bring out this field goal try for the Trojans.
Ryan Killeen now is 19 of 23 this season. His long was 45, and this one is going to be around 40. Maybe 39, probably 39. It's just inside the 40. And he hooked it. No good. It looked to me like he hit the ground with that. I saw the dust kick up when just before the foot hit the ball. He might have been a little fat on that one, and he doesn't get it. So it remains 7-0 Southern California.
Enjoy your new Durango.
Look, it's got a DVD. And see how smooth the ride is for you and Fluffy?
Liz, what are you doing to him?
I'm just showing little Joey the new Durango.
Son, there's only one thing you need to know. Hemi. Can you say Hemi?
Hemi.
That's my boy.
The all-new Dodge Durango. Big size, smooth ride. Hemi power. Starting under $26,600.
How's this, guys?
It's great. So, you like the job, rookie? Next.
You missed a spot. Big bad ball.
Rookie, you got your work tomorrow.
Excuse me, sir. Are you a real fireman?
He sure is.
Bringing neighbors together. That's what Applebee's is all about.
From the producer of The Fast and the Furious, Triple X, Too Fast, Too Furious, and SWAT.
Just like you figured, I'm with me, and we all with it. Get ignorant to all the booty shakers, to all the money makers, undertakers. Get ignorant.
You messing with my good nature.
You're in my way.
Torque, rated PG-13, starts Friday, January 16th.
The coming-of-age story of one boy's most embarrassing moment.
Perfectly normal.
How can this be normal? I can barely walk.
An all-new 8 Simple Rules, followed by an all-new I'm With Her, ABC Tuesday.
Aerial coverage of game this afternoon being provided by Tostitos. You can see to the left there the famous facade of the Rose Bowl where the Hall of Fame plaques are all located. John Robinson among those entering the Hall of Fame yesterday. Danny O'Neill from Oregon and Harriman Cronk, who has been a stalwart citizen of the committee here for so many years. That little swing pass play comes out to about the 25-yard line.
Time for our Dodge defensive playbook. Michigan quarterback John Navarre's been sacked 3 times today. Here is Will Poole coming off the corner. In fact, all 3 sacks of Navarre have come from defensive backs. Poole has 2.
Second down and 8 for Michigan. John throws a bullet to Braylon Edwards and gets the completion at the 29-yard line, but they need 3 more for the first down. He had to get rid of it because Dallas Sartz was tracking him down and laid a lick on him after he let the ball go.
Neither team has been able to run the ball very well at all. Here's that shot by Dallas Sartz, who Pete Carroll calls the most versatile player on his team. He's 6'5", 220 pounds. He plays linebacker, but he also can line up as a safety, and he runs a 40 in about 4.6, so his future very bright here in SC.
We got Edwards and Breskin switching sides here. Navarre comes down into the middle area where he finds Jason Avant, and they're going to say Avant didn't have it when he came down, and the pass is incomplete. Jason Avant, who made that spectacular one-handed catch in the Ohio State game.
Well, let's see if this is a two-handed catch.
Belly button.
That's a, oh boy, that's close. That's a catch because his knee was down when that ball came out.
Looked like it.
Trying to convince Lloyd Carr of that.
And it is 4th down. Adam Findlay is in now for his 3rd punt of the day. He's had 2 good ones, 43 and 46. And it's Reggie Bush waiting. There's some heat on him, but again, he clears it, and that's the best one of the bunch. Oh, bingo. Coming down like a running downhill was Carl Tabb, and he just nailed Reggie Bush. So we've got 10:31 to go in the first half of play, with Southern California leading Michigan 7-0, and they're playing some tough defense now.
This is something that this country is ready for.
The Soviets win. My goal is to beat them.
I want you to be a hockey player!
Think that'll get them going?
Oh, yeah.
This is your time.
You've got 10 seconds. The countdown going on right now. 5 seconds left in the game. Believe in miracles. Yes!
Miracle, rated PG, starts February 6th.
You know, Bugsy, in our line of work, I'm glad we have that insurance. What insurance, Doc? Nope, that's not it. The one that pays you cash if you get hurt and can't work. And, Dad's, it's right on the tip of my bill. Flapjack?
Aflac. Ask about it at work.
Tink, I knew the name all along.
So what floor do you live on?
I live down the hall, 22B.
Are you the guy in the corner apartment?
Yeah.
You should really think about closing your blinds.
I'll keep that in mind.
Hey, we're moving.
Good thinking.
Pass the Tostitos.
We should do this more often.
Everyone loves a great crunchy taste of Tostitos scoops. And with a bite-sized bowl shape, you get the perfect dip every time.
So you see everything?
Yeah.
Right.
Meet you at the Tostitos.
The Rose Bowl game presented by Citi. This ABC Sports exclusive presentation brought to you by Miller Lite. There's good enough and there's better than it has to be. Miller, good call. Dodge, you can take life as it comes or you can grab life by the horns. Citi, credit card and financial tools to help you live richly. And Tostitos, nothing brings friends together like Tostitos chips and salsa. Meet you at the Tostitos.
There's a couple of noble Trojans. Marcus Allen, Ronnie Lott. There's a lot of folks here. We just saw Desmond Howard. Justin Fargas is here. Because for Justin, it's coming home. He played over here at Notre Dame High School in Sherman Oaks. Herschel Dennis is the tailback now for Southern California from the 23-yard line. Here they come. Leinart still got it. Lets it go. And he's got his man. Guess who? Mike Williams. First down, USC.
Big difference for Matt Leinart when he can roll out to his left. He feels so comfortable doing so. After the fake here, he's going to come out. And you can find where Mike Williams coming from this side of the field. Look at all the Trojans running free in that secondary. But Williams is such a great target for the quarterback against a zone. How do you miss big number one? And he doesn't miss the ball.
You move the chains.
Absolutely.
Leinart again. Williams again. Tries to shake the first one and can't do it. And Jeremy LeSueur, young man from Holly Springs, Mississippi, made the tackle on him.
And LeSueur was complaining that Williams pushed off. LeSueur up in tight bump and run coverage that time. Williams may have gotten away with one.
Steve Smith replaces Williams in the lineup for the moment. Lindale White is your running back, and he's got it. He doesn't get much. He gets a couple of yards as he tries to root over the left side with the offensive line surge. They're not the biggest offensive line in town, but they're big enough. Jacob Rogers and Winston Justice, the two tackles, are both over 300 pounds, and Justice is only a sophomore, so I imagine Winston's going to creep up a tad on the scale.
There's Jim Herman, defensive coordinator, checking out what SC brings out offensively before he substitutes on defense.
And you're looking at third down and a long three. Shazor comes up, high ball on the quarterback, ball's away, and it's incomplete, and he threw that one into a crowd, and he's lucky to get it back. He tried to force one to Mike Williams, and he threw it into double coverage.
Yeah, Mike Williams on the outside working the slant route against Marcus Curry. That's a beautiful job by Curry shielding Williams away from the ball, and Leinart is real lucky this one isn't picked off.
And here's Tom Malone for his second punt. His first one was 48 yards into the end zone. Steve Preston is hoping to have a chance to see what he can do with one of these, but Tom's got to kick it low, and so far he's put a lot of air under it, and that's a beauty. Back to the 5-yard line, and the gunner got him. Justin Wyatt flying downfield with sprinter speed, and he took him down on the 5.
And a big mistake for Steve Preston as he backs up from the 10-yard line. Watch the speed of Justin Wyatt, gets away from Marcus Curry, and is going to drop Preston deep in Michigan territory.
For our lowest rate on a great car, go thrifty.com.
I said, Joe, think of the family. It's comfortable. It's not too big, not too small. It's got a DVD. End of discussion.
I said, Liz, we need a man's SUV. I mean, this thing tows like a son of a gun, and it's got a Hemi. Done deal.
The all-new Durango. Big size, smooth ride, Hemi power.
And Joe completely understood.
Liz finally saw it my way. Soda?
The all-new Dodge Durango, starting under $26,600.
For our lowest rate on a great car, go thrifty.com.
You're watching the Rose Bowl game presented by Citi.
Now time for the Aflac trivia question, which was the last AP #1 ranked team to lose in the Rose Bowl game.
Aflac!
I want to see that duck.
You're looking at him.
Nothing there. Maybe a yard.
Boy, neither team can run the ball at all. SC has -2 yards on the ground running. Michigan now with just 3 yards rushing. And both these offenses, very high octane. SC averaging over 42 points a game. Michigan over 37.
I'm kind of surprised, but we'll see it before the day's over. But they like to use. Terry Malone likes to put Chris Perry out there on the edge and dump that ball off to him, a little short pass stuff, because he's pretty handy with it. He's also a very good pass blocker, and it looked to me like Braylon Edwards might have gotten into the vision of Brian Thompson there, and he didn't make the catch, and the ball almost hit him right in the chin.
Yeah, real confusion there for Brian Thompson as a fullback coming out there, asking Navarro, "You throwing this one to me?" Here's Edwards, #1. Here's Thompson, 35, and it looks like the ball was thrown right between the two of them.
Well, John gave him a chance to make a play. Either one.
Michigan 2 of 7 on 3rd down. They failed to convert on their last 5 tries.
And this 3rd down is 10. Ball is completed to Braylon Edwards, and he's out to about the 15. That's close to your 1st down, as that little surge forward to maybe the, if he got it to the 17 with a spot, he's got his 1st down. And he's got it.
That effort is why this young man will play on Sundays in the real near future. Watch where he catches the ball. He's about 5 to 6 yards short of that 1st down marker. He splits 2 big linebackers on the tackle here to Tupu and Sarts and stretches out. That's a great effort.
Edwards is 6'3", 210, and a great leaper as well. He can get up for the ball. 1st down from the 17 for Michigan now. Navarro getting some heat and goes down. Back inside the 10-yard line. The first man to get him was Udeze.
And that all plays into how Pete Carroll calls his defenses. Seen 3 sacks early in the 1st quarter, all by defensive backs. Gives the offense a lot of different looks. Now he will turn loose just the front 4. And the best pass rusher on that front 4 is number 94. He gets inside of Adam Stenovich there for another sack for SC.
Pete Carroll, incidentally, if you don't know it, is the defensive coordinator for USC. Says it keeps him interested. As if he didn't have enough. This is Chris Perry. Oh, my goodness, a half a step from being gone.
No play, though.
Back it comes. Against Michigan.
Lloyd Carr had the right play called there from Terry Malone. Look at the room in the middle here with just Tupu as the middle linebacker. Nice block by Matt Lentz. So you can forget about it because of the penalty against the Wolverine offense.
But the ball comes back to the 5-yard line where it's 2nd down and 22.
So you get a sack and then a penalty, and you're backed up inside your 5 again.
Chris is behind Navarre and has the ball. That's just trying to wedge out a little daylight for the punter, and Finley will be coming along shortly. The way things are going, the NFL playoffs kick off with a wild card Saturday on ABC. First, the Titans will battle the Ravens, and then in prime time, the Cowboys will face off against the Panthers. The NFL wild card on Saturday, coverage beginning at 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific, following the Sixers-Spurs game Saturday on ABC Sports. Allen Iverson's having a season of injuries so far, isn't he?
Yeah, a little bit. Tough guy. We've got an official timeout here.
We had a
Timeout! USC.
So the Trojans are charged with the timeout. We had an equipment situation, and Dallas Sart's chin strap was broken, but they'll take the timeout now and talk about circumstances, because they've got Michigan backed up. They've got them on 3rd down and 18. If they can hold them one more time, then they force the punt.
Hey, that thing got a Hemi? You're about to find out. Excuse me. Can I have my order, please?
Dodge Ram with the legendary Hemi. Loved by those who have one, dreamt about by those who don't.
Sweet.
Paycheck is the #1 thriller in America.
Take him.
It will keep you guessing right up until the end. Paycheck is fun and thoroughly entertaining. It's the ultimate suspense film. Paycheck, rated PG-13, now playing.
Any problems yet?
No, we used FedEx.
We have packages going ground in trucks, and there are no problems. This is a problem.
What's a problem?
That there are no problems. That's a problem. If there's a problem, I can deal with it right away. If there's no problem, all I can do is sit here and wait for a problem. Yeah, no, I'm gonna be here all night.
But we use FedEx Ground. There is no problem.
I know, it's a complete disaster.
Get out.
Yeah.
For reliable, affordable nationwide ground delivery, relax, it's FedEx.
This holiday, have you been nice?
Never seen the moon that big.
We really shouldn't waste it. Or have you been naughty?
Say hello to my little friend.
Get what you really want. Bruce Almighty and Scarface on DVD now.
I got a hunch that Tyrone Wheatley needs to talk to his young'uns here. They're not paying attention. But then on the other hand, that's a fairly comfortable way to go to the game.
He was out partying too late last night on New Year's Eve.
3rd down, the ball is on the 9-yard line. 3rd down and 18 for Michigan. Big play here. Trojans trying to pin him. Navarre's pass is away, and it's incomplete. Thrown behind. Brock's intercepted.
Bounced off his foot.
Went off his foot, and it's picked off by Tutupu, and Tutupu is inside the 5-yard line. It hit Braylon on the foot. Braylon Edwards, the intended receiver, and the ricochet went right to Tutupu, and lo and behold, the Trojans are knocking on the door.
This pressure is forcing Navarre to throw the ball too soon. Braylon Edwards is never even looking for this ball. Right in the seam there, ball kind of tailed away from Edwards off his heel and up into the air, and heads up by Lofa Tutupu. Look at the gift. Wow.
Well,
that's an unbelievable play off the left heel of Braylon Edwards into the hands of Lofa Tutupu.
That's why we play the game. 1st and goal from the 4-yard line. Run it. Oh, what a play. Pierre Woods decks Lindell White back on the 6-yard line. He almost sawed him in half.
Couple of big plays because of Pierre Woods' speed and quickness. Number 99 right here. Totally unblocked, delivering the big hit on White. And that's what Michigan needs. How does White hang on to that ball, though?
I don't know. Well, he's economy-sized himself. But Boy, that was a lick. Second down and goal. Leinart throws right through the hands of Hancock out of the backfield. Incomplete. Hancock is a fullback, but once in a while gets out into that outside position on the edge. Larry Stevens was the threat on the play for Leinart.
And Larry Stevens is going to get picked up by Lendell White. Watch this block by White. Number 21 takes down the very strong and quick defensive end for the Wolverines.
Ball is at the 6. It is third down and goal. Southern California trying to cash in a fortuitous turnover. You reckon they're going to go right with it? No, going to go left with it. And touchdown, White. There's testimony to the strength of Lendell White. Jeremy LeSueur, the senior corner, had him. Couldn't hold it.
3 big plays in a row for Lendell White, hanging on to the ball, making a key block, and then breaking the tackle here of Jeremy LeSueur, as you said, Keith, and diving in for the score. Big play for SC. It looked like Michigan may have had some momentum there.
Killian for the point. Malone's a holder. Snaps good. Kicks good. 14-0 Southern California. The turnover produced this touchdown off the heel of Braylon Edwards, taken back to Tupu, and then finally on third down they squeeze it into the end zone with White getting the score, and that's why you have 14.
Can't taste my beer. I can't taste my beer.
I can't taste my beer.
I can't taste my beer!
I can't taste my beer.
I can't taste my beer! I can't taste my beer!
Next time, try the light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, less filling, Miller Lite. Good call.
So what floor do you live on?
I live down the hall, 22B.
Are you the guy in the corner apartment?
Yeah.
You should really think about closing your blinds.
I'll keep that in mind. Hey, we're moving. Good thinking. Pass the Tostitos.
We should do this more often.
Everyone loves a great crunchy taste of Tostitos scoops. And with a bite-sized bowl shape, you get the perfect dip every time.
So you see everything?
Yeah.
Right.
Meet you at the Tostitos.
Chemical experiments in weightless space. Archaeological digs in the desert Southwest. Justice in American courtrooms. If it's being explored by anyone, anywhere, it's happening here, tackling more issues of greater diversity than at any other institution in the world. The University of Michigan, where it's happening.
The guys discover the VIP bathroom. Now, will they ever be able to go back?
Give us a little time to get dressed, maybe?
No. All new, less than perfect ABC Tuesday.
Earlier we asked you the Aflac trivia question, and we'll have the answer for you in a minute, so get your paper and pencil ready.
Hey, Grandma, how you doing?
First
Everybody back home.
reception for a touchdown this season for Lendell White, a true freshman.
Here's the kick. Good one. Going deep. Preston wanted to come with it, but LeSueur says, you stay back there. We'll take the ball out at the 20-yard line, and now here's your answer to the Aflac trivia question. Which was the last AP #1 ranked team to lose in the Rose Bowl game? And the answer is Ohio State. Lost to USC in 1980 here in this stadium.
And that's a trivia question that can make both the Michigan fans and the SC fans happy.
Yeah. I'll tell you, that Michigan-Ohio State game we got a chance to do was special this year. Heck of a football game. Ooh.
Two great teams.
So from the 20, here come the Wolverines. Will Pools lined up on this side of the field against Braylon Edwards and going to run with him. The ball's thrown to him, and it is incomplete. Poole was right up there with him, and the ball went high. But that's a kind of a catch that Edwards will make sometimes if you leave him alone.
Yeah, Poole had help over the top from Jason Leach. It's a post route. Look at the way Poole is playing. He knows he's got help from number 27 coming. Again, the ball comes in too high, but there is Leach. John Navarre started off.
Edwards right there. He had his hands on it.
Yes, he did. That's 2 that he's let go.
2nd down and 10 from the 20. Chris Perry tries to cut back against the flow, and he's tripped up by Dallas Sartz. Got him with a forearm. But I'll tell you what, if Perry gets past Sartz, it might have been fun to watch.
It's a real challenge for Chris Perry and this offensive line of Michigan. SC is just so quick, not only in their front 4, but in their linebacking core. Dallas Sartz, number 42, with a left hand reaching out. But look at the defensive backs. Bing, Leach, and Nunn. 7th time now SC has stopped Michigan for a loss.
3rd down and 12. Navarre gets it away. Pass complete to Avant. Avant's up across the 35. It has a 1st down. Just across the 35.
That's an outstanding job of being patient and courageous at the same time by John Navarre. He's been sacked 4 times here in the first half. With a deep drop there, gets away from Udeze and then keeps his eyes down the field, focused on number 8. Big conversion there for Michigan.
Time 3:47 to go in the first half. 14-0 Southern California. Braylon Edwards is in the backfield. Now he empties the backfield. You got 4 of them over here together. Set up the screen for Breston. Breston's got some blocking, and they run him out of bounds at about the 47-yard line. That's another 1st down for Michigan.
Got to get the ball into the hands of guys that can make plays for you on the perimeter against SC. We've seen Avant now, and now Breston with that quick hitch route. But don't fall asleep on Breston. Former high school quarterback. He was poised to throw that ball back to John Navarre, as he did against Minnesota. In fact, that's the last time Michigan trailed by 14 in the first half, was against Minnesota.
Tab and Gonzalez are the wideouts now, as Edwards, one of those who comes out, and they'll run Chris Perry up the middle with it. He's got 9 yards before Sean Cody tracks him down.
Finally, a little rhythm and a little momentum for the Wolverine offense. This offensive line has started all 12 games for Michigan this year. Having a tough time protecting the quarterback so far, but if they can get the running game going, that will help John Navarre.
Tyrese Butler checks into the ball game now. He is number 9, and he'll be on this side. Edwards back in. He goes up the far side. And they're running Perry. Chris steps through the tackle, goes down to the 35. Ball comes out.
Nope, they're saying it's down. Yep.
Just inside the 35-yard line. Tutupu knocked it loose, but he was down.
Boy, we're having some close calls. That's about 3 now in the first half, where the officials have had to come in and say it was a fumble or not a fumble, complete or not complete. Look at the moves. Tutupu rips it out. Well, I'm not so sure that's not a fumble. Watch Tutupu's right hand reach in for this ball and pull it out before Perry's down.
So it's 1st down just inside the 35 as Edwards goes in motion, and Navarre drops. They're after him. Look at that. He stepped away from 2 Trojans and got a little bit out of nothing. He picks up about 2. Sean Cody, the tackle. Speaking of tackles, here's a big one. John Saunders.
Alongside of Craig James and Terry Bowden, as you look at this game, you got to be able to run the football to be successful, and Michigan's not doing that.
Well, they can't do it. That's their best specialty at USC, stopping the run. What they're bad at is people that throw the ball. You got to spread it out. That's not what Michigan wants to do.
Right, but watch Michigan's players out there. When they just kind of flinch, they're expecting to get hit. They're not playing aggressive, and USC is.
At halftime, we'll be joined by former Wolverine and Heisman Trophy winner Charles Woodson. Keith, back to you.
Oh, he's been cranky the last week. He might have something to say. Navarre back. Oh, boy. I mean, they stretched him. Back at the 40-yard line, Manuel Wright was the first one to get there. Then came big old Kenichi Udeze. And that was followed by Frosty Rucker. And I'm sure John felt like an oak tree.
Well, he's just dropping straight back almost every time when he goes back to pass. We're going to have to start moving that pocket a little bit for him, because watch this pass rush is right up the middle. Big number 92, Manuel Wright, who is a true freshman, was playing high school ball last year with his first sack.
He must have taken a vote of the school board to get that happen. Well, he is a horse. Navarre's pass lost the grip on it.
Two plays in a row, though, Keith. That was deflected by Manuel Wright. Did we mention that he's 6'6", 285 pounds? Holy cow, 2 plays in a row for the youngster.
Can't be more than 18, 19 years old.
No. And he's working inside as a tackle against a pretty good player, and Tony Pape just throws his right hand at the ball.
And that brings on Adam Finley to punt with 50 seconds to go in the first half. Greg Carlson is waiting just inside the 10-yard line for USC. Finley's kick, good kick into the end zone. That'll come out to the 20, and the Trojans will have 42 seconds to play with.
And that is a lot of time when you look at the fact that they have 2 timeouts to work with.
Tomorrow night at 8 Eastern, L. Roberson leads Kansas State against Ohio State in the Tostitos Fiesta Bowl. I think that'll be a pretty good football game. Sunday night, Heisman Trophy winner Jason White and the Oklahoma Sooners are down in Baton Rouge against LSU for the BCS National Championship. That's the game we're calling the Computer Championship. We're deciding the Human Championship right here. Reason for that smart aleck comment is that Southern California is atop the coaches poll and the writers poll.
And they're human.
Some people think. Lindale White picking around, trying to find a place to run and having a bit of difficulty with it. He gets out to the 26-yard line. Reggie Bush he's a little sore. Has a groin pull, and he hasn't shaken it completely. He also hasn't broken it loose, and they're going to go to the clubhouse. USC is going to be happy to watch the clock tick on away and go in and have a drink of water with a 14-0 lead at halftime in the Rose Bowl game presented by Citi.
Here's our Nokia player comparison. Let's take a look at both quarterbacks. Matt Leinart and John Navarre both have completed 11 passes. Of course, Leinart with the 2 touchdowns. But the pressure on John Navarre, the 5 sacks by SC in the first half is the story.
Pete Carroll now with Todd Harris.
All right, thank you, Keith. Coach, I know you're worried about their offense, but you shut them out in the first half. That's got to give you a lot of momentum going into the second.
Well, we feel okay about this first half, but that doesn't mean a darn thing now. We got to go play 2 more quarters of real good football. I'm happy that we got it done, but we're just getting started, I hope.
I know you spent a lot of nights up scheming and going against these guys. Have they thrown anything at you so far that surprised you?
Sure, they've done a couple of real nice things, and we're not stopping these guys cold now. They're moving the football on us. We're just getting off the field at the right time. Hopefully we can keep that going.
Good luck in a second.
Thank you, Todd.
Keith, back up to you.
Thanks, Todd. Pete Carroll, Trojan coach, USC leading Michigan 14-0. Stay tuned now for the Pontiac Performance Halftime Show after this message and a word from our ABC station.
Move that pocket. And on defense, pressure Matt Leinart. He started the game 6 for 6. He's thrown 2 touchdowns. He's only been sacked 1 time. SC offensively, they got to get the running game going. Only 2 yards rushing in that first half. And then on defense, just keep fighting on. They've got 5 sacks, 1 takeaway, and that takeaway set up the short touchdown reception by Lindale White.
Are you a little surprised the defense has been able to assert itself as well?
Well, both teams offensively are so explosive on offense. So the focus all week since the end of the season has been on ways to stop them. And SC's speed is really showing up on their defense, not only with the pass rush, but they've been able to hold down these great Michigan wide receivers.
Let's take a moment now to visit with Michigan coach Lloyd Carr as he talks with Todd Harris.
Coach, you knew they had speed coming into this.
Good to see you, Tom.
Good to see you as well. Happy New Year to you. You're 2 plays away from being tied. Is it the speed they're putting out there, and what adjustments can you make?
Well, we've done a poor job protecting, and hopefully we can get better protection for John Navarro this second half. I think that's the key. Our defense is playing well enough, but we've got to get one score right now. We got to get one score.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
For those of you who remember their last conversation, this was considerably more docile. Here are your stats.
Yeah, you can see SC just 2 yards rushing, made up for that with the passing game. But the key stat in that first half, as Coach Carr just talked about, you got to protect that quarterback. John Navarro was only sacked 15 times throughout the entire regular season, 1/3 of that in one half of play this afternoon.
Troy Nienberg is going to kick it off. Southern California will have the football first off. So Michigan has some urgency now that their defense step up here and contain the Trojans. And as Lloyd said, they need a touchdown early on here to establish themselves in the position of contending. Right now it's Southern California 14-0, and this kick is high, and it's taken at the goal line by Reggie Bush. Got a crack. Now he's got a wall of blue chasing him, and he's out of bounds short of the 20-yard line.
Time for our city game summary. Let's take a look at that first half highlights. Matt Leinart's going to hook up with Kerry Colbert for this 25-yard touchdown pass over Marcus Curry. That followed a Sean Cody block field goal. And how about this play? Ball bounces off the heel of Braylon Edwards to Lofa Tatupu. And that set up that short 6-yard touchdown reception by Lendale White from Matt Leinart. 14-0 Trojans.
And the ball sits at the 17-yard line for USC. First down with Herschel Dennis, your tailback. And that's Kerry Colbert turning upfield from a wide out spot. Ball goes to him. He's wide open. He makes the catch. And he's got a first down at the 35 in front of Marcus Curry. USC comes into this ball game ranked first in both the writers' poll and the coaches' poll. They were done in by the computers in this, whatever the judgment might be called, of the relative strength of schedule. Though in hindsight, as we have seen the Pac-10 teams play in bowl games, I think USC might have gained, but it was too late. It's Reggie Bush now as the single back, and he gets the ball. There's some of that speed, and he's got almost 10 yards on the carry. But remember, he's got a tender groin. He comes up limping, and we may have seen him for the last time. We'll see. But that looks more like an ankle than it does a groin pull.
Yeah, it sure did at the end of that play on the tackle. He may have twisted that right ankle, but look at the explosion. Patient sees the cutback to the outside there. Hard to tell as Marcus Curry and Ernest Shazor bring him down.
Lendale White steps in at the tailback position now for USC. Second down and a short yard. Just starting the second half of play. Leinart's pass sideline. Mike Williams first down. Michigan 47-yard line.
And that's where Mike Williams and Matt Leinart are so dangerous. They can read the defense, see that Marcus Curry is playing about 5 or 6 yards off of Williams. So just throw him the little quick hitch route right here. Throw it to the outside, make him spin away from the tackle down the sidelines. Easy conversion on second and short.
With this offense, USC set a school scoring record this season, averaging a little better than 42 points a game. And they do move that ball around. Leinart again looks to the left, goes that way. The ball is incomplete. It was Mike Williams, defended by Marcus Curry. They've been picking on Marcus. That time he won.
Yeah, that was zone coverage that time. Let's just look at the success that Mike Williams, a sophomore, has already had in 2 seasons here at Southern California. 4th all-time.
Kind of interesting that the second unit is along the front of the defensive line, Dan. Bowman's out, Massey's out, Hoyer's out, Stevens out. Ball is thrown for Kerry Colbert. What a catch. A penalty flag goes down. He walks into the end zone, gets the touchdown call, and it looked like he made that catch one-handed.
Well, I think he's been watching the highlights of Jason Avant and Michael Williams because he did catch this ball one-handed, Keith.
Let's see about the flag.
Is going to get called for the pass interference. Obviously, will be declined. Touchdown SC.
Decline. Touchdown.
So the touchdown that Michigan hungers for goes the other way, and they're going to be down by 21-0 if the point is made here. Look at that catch.
It just stuck in the cradle of his arm there, his elbow. He knew the penalty was against LeSueur too, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Kick is good. So, how do you do? You better close the barn door. I'll tell you right now, if you get these guys get rolling, they go downhill pretty fast. It's 21-0 USC.
BMW X3, the ultimate driving machine.
Tostitos and dip in the conference room.
Tostitos and dip in the conference room.
Tostitos and dip in the conference room.
I have to put you on hold.
Hey, pass the Tostitos.
We should do this more often.
Everyone loves the bold taste of Tostitos Gold, the thick, authentic Mexican-style tortilla chip that's perfect for heartier dips.
Thanks for coming to today's productivity meeting. The next few hours should be very enlightening.
Meet you at the Tostitos.
Junior is ringing in the new year by moving out, but can he survive?
It's not as bad as you think it is.
I'm gonna kill you! My wife and kids, followed by It's All Relative, all new ABC Wild Wednesday.
The Rose Bowl in Pasadena, California. Arroyo Seco. Sun is out. Beautiful day. Southern California, 21-0 over Michigan. And Ryan Killeen getting ready to kick it off. The deep people for Michigan, Steve Breaston and Jeremy LeSueur. Kick carries to the end zone by 2 yards. Coming out with Breaston. He's over the 20, out to about the 23, where he's taken down.
Now here's a New Year's treat for all of us. 3 of the best catches you'll ever see. Jason Avant with a one-hander against Northwestern. And then a couple of weeks back, Mike Williams against the Beavers of Oregon State with an incredible left-handed stab. This is becoming a fad in college football because of these very sticky gloves that they have. Watch Kerry Colbert get in the act. He has 5 catches here today for 137 yards and 2 touchdowns. This is where you're supposed to say, do not try this at home.
So here comes Michigan now, desperately needing to respond. Navarre turns, throws, complete to Edwards, and Braylon Edwards is down at the 30-yard line in the arms of Melvin Simmons. Yep. Jason Avant, he hasn't seen the ball much today. He's caught 1, hasn't he?
1 for 17 yards. Edwards has 5 catches for only 37 yards. Breaston 3 for 36. So you can see that SC's scheme on defense is not allowing anybody to get deep. Remember, Edwards dropped a sure touchdown on a deep ball in the first series of play.
2nd and 4. Ball caught by Steve Breaston. He's got the first down at the 35, and then the Trojans roll him up and push him back. But the Michigan O-line, the key I thought was whether or not the O-line could protect for Navarre and maybe run some, give Perry a chance to run some? And I think the answer to that so far is no.
Yeah, I got to agree with you. Perry, 49 yards rushing in that first half on 13 carries. Not a bad half statistically, but no impact plays for Perry or this Michigan offense.
This is Perry, that little move back to the left side. But again, the quickness of the Southern California secondary. Jason Leach, safety, making the tackle on Perry. He picked up about 8 on that play. Over the years, these two teams have played going back to 1948. That's a total of 6 times. Southern California has won 4 of the 6. The man who was really frustrated for a long time in trying to get his first Rose Bowl win is here today. Bo Schembechler, and he ain't too happy right now either. Hi, Bo. Second down and 2. Navarre's pass is tipped at the line of scrimmage. Will Poole.
Another
Will Poole
play by
yeah.
Coming on the blitz again, Keith.
Yep. Right at the line of scrimmage.
Every time Michigan runs a couple of successful plays, Will Poole comes on a blitz, and either he sacks the quarterback, or watch number 28 come up here with the right hand, and just like a basketball player, swatting that ball away.
Will is a senior out of St. Albans, New York, and I would say over the last 8 or 9 games of this season, he has he's caught the attention of a lot of folks who hire folks to play on Sunday.
He might be their defensive MVP this season.
Yep, could be. Navarre goes to Perry again, and Chris looking for a little crack for the first down, and will have it as he followed the offensive line surge. And 11:36 to go in the third quarter. 21-0 SC. Tomorrow night, 8 Eastern. L. Roberson leads Kansas City against Ohio State in the Tostitos Fiesta Bowl. And then Sunday night, you've got Oklahoma and LSU in New Orleans for the BCS National Championship. The Nokia Sugar Bowl, Sunday night, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific, here on ABC.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with L. Roberson.
Here they come with the reverse. Breaston wide open, coming around the corner, but there's a sure, solid tackle by Will Poole. And they stop him short of a first down.
John Navarre was going to be the lead blocker on this play, and he got a late Christmas gift here because the guy he was supposed to block, Frosty Rucker right there, fell down, number 90. But look at this sure tackle by Will Poole. He's been a difference maker here on the SC defensive side of the ball, showing all his skills.
Second down and 2. Had 2 men in motion.
A little single wing type of play that time, Keith. That's 2 trick plays in a row for Michigan, and Terry Malone, he told me that they had practiced 7 different trick plays. First one worked a lot better than that one.
Jason Avant was the man, goes up under center here, and then they snap it to Perry.
That Perry actually slipped, the ball was slipped to between his legs by Avant.
Yeah.
The offensive line standing up, trying to shield the view of the Trojans so they could not see exactly what Michigan had in mind.
Well, just remind you that Breaston is a high school quarterback of some note. So you very well could see him go in under the center.
Well, the Buckeyes will never forget his option play for the touchdown.
Here comes Tyler Recker into the ball game. Things will get better for the Wolves.
Terry Malone upstairs trying to figure out how to get some points on the board for the M.
First down for the Wolverines. The ball on the 41-yard line. Navarre throws to Edwards. 30, first down. Sarts and Leach the tackle.
Well, Lloyd Carr said they have to find a way of protecting John Navarre, and they're doing that right now. He's got the time on this drive to really survey the field. He looked at 3 different receivers that time before getting that completion.
On first down, throwing again, but runs out of time. As Udeze, you're not going to keep Kenichi treed too long. He can hold him off for a while, but he is a force, and he went in and got John Navarre.
That's his second sack this afternoon. But again, it's pretty easy to tell where Navarre is going to be. He's going to drop back, going to be in the pocket about 6-7 yards deep. And the power of Udeze is too much for that O-line.
Of course, Patterson and Cody, they knocked down the wall pretty well themselves. Second down, 14. Ball thrown hard and out in front of Jason Avant. Makes the catch all right, but it's a short gain down to the 27-yard line.
Yeah, Avant did a great job of getting off inside on that slant route. And if the ball had been closer to his body and not having to force him to dive, he might go a long way because he's got inside position on Marcel Allman. Spectacular diving catch.
You know, we're talking about Will Poole, and he's been had a terrific ball game. He might not have played as much or gotten the chance that he's had, except for an injury to Kevin Arbette.
That's right.
So he's certainly taken advantage of the opportunity given him. Run it with Perry. And Chris Perry is down to the 23. Got to go to the 20 for the first down. So they're looking at a long 3 on the next play.
Taking a long time to figure out what they want to do here on this fourth down.
They're going to go for it.
Yep. They're not going to have a whole lot of time to make any audible calls at the line of scrimmage, though.
7 seconds. 5. 2. Yep. Had to call timeout. John looked up and he saw the clock ticking away and spent a timeout at 7:43 to go in the third quarter. Michigan in trouble.
BMW X3, the ultimate driving machine.
Buyers and sellers needed a more efficient way to come together.
Right here.
So we developed a faster, more efficient trading system. And today, Schwab Capital Markets is the second largest market maker of NASDAQ securities. Independent financial advisors needed more than just custody and trading to run their businesses. So we built Schwab Institutional, and today we serve more independent financial advisors than any other firm. Companies wanted to offer their employees more help with their 401k plans. Schwab Corporate Services found a way to make personalized advice available through every 401k plan we service. We look for ways to help the markets and investors every day. To learn more about all the ways we can help you, call 1-800-9-SCHWAB.
The Rose Bowl game presented by Citi. This ABC Sports exclusive presentation brought to you by Tostitos. Nothing brings friends together like Tostitos chips and salsa. Meet you at the Tostitos. The all-new BMW X3 sports activity vehicle. BMW, the ultimate driving machine. Charles Schwab, seeing the market from a different perspective. Yours. And the Home Depot. You can do it, we can help.
I know that it's perhaps redundant to suggest this is a key play in the ball game, but it is. 4th and 3.
Keep your eye on Steve Breston right here.
He's throwing. He's running. He's got a first down. So the big guy, 6'6", 228-pound John Navarre from Cudahy, Wisconsin, took his big frame downfield and picked up the first down.
He's made a lot of great plays in his career, and this one will be right up there with him. At the end of it, you almost wish that he might have handed the ball to number 23, Chris Perry, who's leading him down the field. How about that block by Perry on Tutupu?
That's why Lloyd Carr likes him so much. He is a good blocker, and he's willing. Here goes Chris Perry into the middle, grabbed a hold by Dallas Sarch, rolls over him, and he's down at about the 12-yard line. Here's what his coach says about Chris Perry.
What I love most about him is the passion that he has for this game and for winning and for doing anything that he's asked to do to help his team win. When you coach a guy like that, it doesn't get much better.
He particularly likes him as a pass blocker. So he stays in there so much. Navarre throws. Oh boy, it's in the crowd. Braylon Edwards is there, and Will Poole knocked it down. Boy, I've been calling Will Poole's name all day.
For good reason. Number 1, Braylon Edwards looking for a flag. Here's Poole, 28. Here comes Edwards into the picture. And Poole gets away with a bump before the ball got there.
Well, it is football.
6 tackles, 2 sacks, a forced fumble, and 3 passes defense for Will Poole.
We're building a case here. 3rd down, long 4. Navarre throws, and he threw right. And Edwards went left, and the penalty flag comes onto the field, and that may very well go against Will Poole. Or somebody.
I'm not sure
Bing.
this ball was even catchable, though.
Maybe
Keith.
Bing. I don't know.
This ball just sailed way
Poole
off the field of play.
Poole was coming in. Here's Steve Juszczyk. He'll tell us.
Pass interference on a defense. Spot foul. Automatic first down.
Yeah, Poole was not the man because he was moving. He was coming in.
Yeah.
But it could have been Bing. I don't know. Let's see.
Here's Bing, and here's Sarch. Take your pick. Sarch pushes Perry, and Bing pushes Edwards.
Yeah.
And the ball was uncatchable anyway. Here's
clearly.
Marcel Allman, and from the other side, Will Poole came.
This makes it 1st and goal for Michigan. Chris Perry. Whoa. There was Udeze. And there was Sean Cody and Mike Patterson.
And looking for the cutback.